Welcome back, everybody, to the Health Sucks channel. Troy and I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and watch this video. We appreciate it. And we want to say we have another plexus we're going to be talking about today. It looks tough. It looks like a lot, and it is, but I promise you, we can help you understand this and learn this and draw it in just 5 easy steps. So Troy, go ahead and just explain to them what this is and what they're looking at.
Okay, so first off, what I want you guys to know is that this is the cervical plexus, but today we're going to be focusing on C1, C2, and C3, also known as the Ansa Cervicalis. And it's going to help us get a better understanding of the relationship between the strap muscles and the hyoid bone. But right now, I want us to get a very fundamental, foundational aspect of what this is. So I think we're going to have to bring Dr. Tato back out here. So right now, just get this shit out of here.
Oh, hello there. Last time we talked about the brachial plexus and how it arose vertebral foramen of 5 through T1. We're just going to move just above that, and we're going to talk about the intervertebral foramen of 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the cervical region. Out of these, the nerve roots come around and they form the cervical plexus. The cervical plexus will have a Ansa cervicalis, or a loop, that comes down right about here and will innervate all of these strap muscles. The key players that you need to know are the bony landmarks in which all of these strap muscles are going to attach. These are the sternum, the thyroid cartilage, otherwise known as your Adam's apple, and if you move just above that, take 2 fingers, wiggle back and forth, that's your hyoid bone. It is the only bone in your body that's freely movable. The hyoid bone is at the C3 vertebral level, and the strap muscles will attach to this in some capacity. We call these muscles strap muscles because they act as proprioceptive muscles and attachments to keep all of these in line and secure.
Wow. Once again, that boy Matt never disappoints, man. Never disappoints. So anyway, now that he broke it down from a fundamental standpoint, it's time for us to draw this thing out. So let's do this, and let's start with this. Troy's gonna go ahead and draw, and we're gonna go ahead and explain it for him. So, step 1, let's go. All right, so for step 1, guys, remember, we're getting the fundamentals or the foundation of what the cervical plexus is, and that is the Ansa Cervicalis, and it has contributions from an inferior root from C2 and 3, and a superior root from C1, with contributions from cranial nerve 12, which is the hypoglossal nerve. Remember, guys, this is just your, a little loop is your Ansa cervicalis, and you're gonna have 3 branches of the Ansa cervicalis, which will innervate muscles, and we'll talk about those again later. But let's start with just drawing this thing and start with step number 2. All right, guys, so for step 2, we're just gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of this cervical plexus, or well, not the rest, but the contributions from C3, 4, and 5 down below C3. We have the C3, 4, and 5. Remember, guys, the brachial plexus, C3, 4, and 5 keep the diaphragm alive. So that's gonna be the phrenic nerve. And then you also have contributions, we haven't seen this one yet. This is the supraclavicular nerve coming off of C3 and C4. Now, the next step is to get some more accessory branches coming off of the Ansa cervicalis, and this is step 3. Otherwise known as XY step 3. You ready? So we have to draw an X here and a Y here to make the connections between C2 and C3. So for this one, we have the greater auricular nerve and the lesser occipital nerve. And we also have the transverse cervicalis nerve coming off of that. And I'm gonna have Dr. Tato come back and explain these in more detail, just giving you the sensory understanding of what these are doing, or the motor function of what these nerves are doing and what they supply. But for now, let's do step 4. Remember 4 for fill it in. So you notice we didn't fill in the Ansa cervicalis, what muscles they actually innervate for the inferior root. We put that in green so you guys can remember that goes with the inferior root. And then we put up here in black the other 2 muscles that the superior root innervates. Now, I want to get Dr. Tato in here so he can give you a better clinical understanding and a functional understanding of what these nerves do, either sensory or motor function. So, Matt!
Well, you see, when it comes to the nerves, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
We have a killer to catch.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
You have 3 sensory, and the rest are motor. Let's go through the sensory. Greater means above. Auricular means ear. It's going to be the area above the ear. Lesser means below. Occipital is referring to the occipital bone, which is right here, so it's the area below that. Last but not least, you have transverse, which means across, and cervicalis, which is referring to the cervical region, so it's here. All together, greater auricular, lesser occipital, and transverse cervicalis. Moving to the muscles, they are very easy because they tell you where they're coming from to where they're going to. Sternothyroid to the thyroid cartilage, sternohyoid to the hyoid bone, and omohyoid. Omo means shoulder. The omohyoid bone the omohyoid muscle has 2 origins and insertions. It'll come out of the shoulder, come up and join a common tendon, and then that tendon will move up. All of these muscles are the long muscles in the Ansa cervicalis. The rest of them are going to be shorter muscles. So that's how you can remember that the long loop gives long muscles. The geniohyoid genio means chin. So it is a muscle that goes from the chin to the hyoid bone. Very short. And last but not least, we have thyrohyoid, going from the thyroid cartilage to the hyoid bone. Those are short muscles, so those are going to be the short section of the Ansa cervicalis.
Wow, thank you, Matt, once again for explaining that 5th and final step to our viewers. And we just appreciate you guys for watching this video, and we hope you learned something with us today, because I know I did. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if there's anything you guys would like to add, please do so.
I just want to thank you guys again for tuning into the video, and I want to ask that you guys like, share, or comment any videos that you will want to see in the future. And I just guys want you to remember that health sucks.
Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Later.